I had this friend who was a musician, who mastered every technique, played flawlessly, and yet something was missing. His music was technically brilliant, no question about that, but it didn't really move anyone. One night, after a long conversation at this jazz club that we were at, he admitted something to me that I was really surprised to hear. He said, "Carlos, I'm afraid to let people see me. I hide behind the technique because if they reject the music, they reject me." That hit me really hard because I have been there. And maybe, just maybe, so have you. As creators, we don't just want to be admired for what we make. We want to be seen through it. But what happens when fear and insecurity and the need for approval turn our creativity into a mask instead of a window? Let's talk about what it really means to create in a way that makes you fully known. So let's start by talking about how the core of human longing is to be fully known. Every human being carries a deep, unspoken longing to be fully known, to be understood at our core, to be seen not just for what we do, but for who we are. For creators, this longing, it manifests in our work. We don't just make things. We embed pieces of ourselves into them. Whether we're painting, we're filming, we're writing, we're composing, whatever it is, we're hoping, sometimes aching, for someone to see us in it and say, "I get it. I get you." But here's the question. Are we actually revealing ourselves in our work, or are we hiding behind it? Now let's talk about the illusion of creativity as a mask. A lot of creators think that they're expressing themselves when in reality they're hiding. Now think about this. Hiding behind technical mastery, hiding behind what's trendy or what's safe, hiding behind an aesthetic instead of an emotion. Have you ever poured your energy into making something perfect only to feel completely disconnected from it? That's because creativity without vulnerability is just performance. It might impress people, but it won't move them. So I want you to ask yourself, am I using my creativity to reveal myself or to protect myself? Now let's talk about vulnerability as the gateway to authentic creativity. The most unforgettable work, the kind that stays with people, isn't about technical perfection. It's about truth. Vulnerability isn't just about sharing pain. It's about letting the real, unfiltered you come through in your work. It means dropping the act. It means saying what you actually want to say. It means making what you actually want to make. Your creativity doesn't have to be about trauma, but it does have to be shaped by your truth. If it isn't, what's the point? Now let's talk about pushing through fear, insecurity, and pain. Let's be really honest. Being real is terrifying, isn't it? What if people don't like it? What if people don't get it? What if they reject it and it feels like they're rejecting me? But here's the truth. You don't become fully known by waiting until it's safe. You become fully known by creating anyway. What if the very thing that you're most afraid to put into your work is the thing that will make it powerful? What if the imperfection, the rawness, the part of yourself that you're trying to edit out is exactly what will make someone stop and say, "I see you"? So here's my challenge to you. This week, I want you to create something, but I want you to create something that isn't about impressing, but about revealing. Write something that's too personal. Film something that feels messy but real. Share something that makes you a little uncomfortable. Because when you stop hiding, when you lean into the kind of creativity that exposes who you really are, that's when your work stops being just content. That's when it becomes something that matters. Now go. Create something that makes you seen.